Yo, what's going on everyone, it's TK, and on today's video I'm going to showcase a super giant strategy with the regular bowlers. And guys, I mean, this strategy was so fun for me to use, and hopefully you like to use it as well. So without any further ado, let's dive into this video, man. Let's go. Now we're here on a box space, and guys, if you've been on this channel for a while, you know when I'm bringing a strategy, I always like to bring it on all different style of bases, so you get the whole idea of how to execute it and how to plan it whenever you see a certain style. Now we're going with this box base because of the way the base is kind of set up in two different compartments, the two huge compartments. I really want to smash through the middle so we can get the value. Now the zap spells, as you saw, we're going to drop them in front of our warden walk, because that way we can have a huge warden value and zap value in one side, get that nice funnel, and then going with the smash through in between the warden and the flame flinger. Now the flame flinger doesn't have to get like amazing spectacular value. It's basically like a super bowler attack. You want to have the flame flinger kind of make the way and the path to their core, and we're going in with the queen. Then you need the giants, you need the healers, you need the bowlers, the king, titan, don't forget the loons, and that is how we're gonna dive into the space. Drop that jump. I should have dropped it a bit more closer to my heroes and, you know, of course the whole attack. But now the early warden ability is one of the key things in this strategy, because the bowlers do die quite early, and you want to have the healing tome, of course, with this one. Now the bowlers, guys, they're not meant to stay alive for the entire attack. With this attack, you are basically needing to get the early value with the bowlers, and as you can see, we have none left because they will die so quickly, just like Valkyries in like a spam Root Rider Valkyrie attack, or like a normal regular Valkyrie attack where, you know, everything dies. And the key thing is now your hero equipments. The king and the gauntlet with the rage can demolish a whole certain side of the base. The champion, of course, normal abilities, but with the fox, she can actually get a lot of value. And the queen, I love to have that, you know, frozen arrow, or if you really want to and you don't have the frozen arrow, you can have the healer puppet. That also works good. And look, we have so many giants, but because of the way the base was set up, it was really hard to get everything pathing, you know, in both sides. But I think we did a nice job with the, you know, decently planned attack. But now you can see with these giants, man, they're actually beating through the walls quite fast because they love to, you know, hit the walls. That's like their favorite targets as well, instead of defenses too. But you can see how this works on a box base. Let's move on and see a ring base. We're here on this ring base, and look at the way the base is set up. Now this was, I think, one of the hardest ring bases I've hit with this attack strategy, just because of the way you don't really get that much zap value. You cannot zap like crazy inferno towers and scatter shots. You know, there is no expos near scatter shot, and the only zap value is basically the expo and the archer towers that you can take out. And one thing I'm gonna tell you is that always go opposite side of the clan castle, so you get the value with the bowlers as like early as possible, and then when the CC comes out, that's when usually the bowlers will start to die out. With this zap spell, we're giving a warden a lot of value to the left side, and then the flame flinger on the right hand side, just to get a few defenses. Now the air defense is important from the flame flinger because we need that down. And you know, actually this is gonna come really close at the end, just because I was waiting a lot on that flame flinger. But guys, don't forget, once you take down the defenses on like the first layers, drop those cleanup and funnel troops, so you get your, you know, whole army funneled before you start the attack, so you don't have to use like maybe wizards quickly, baby dragon quickly, and you get a bad funnel. You know, have that funnel set up. Now I'm using the warden for now just to give flame flinger more value to get that air defense. Then I'm going to pull the warden. Now you can see the queen is actually locked to the warden, but I'm gonna drop a headhunter to kill that queen in the side. Going in now with all the smash army into this area. Really, like, I love the way you just have to drop everything to go in. There is a lot of damage, but not a lot of hit points, as in like HP, if you didn't know what hit points is. But that's why we have the healing tome. And look at this warden ability. Once we go in, I can see the healers have to switch if they don't pop the warden earlier. But now that they do, I'm going to rage the healers and rage again after town hall, so we get the core crushed. Then the rest of the base is up to king and queen and champion. That's it. That is how strong these equipments are, and the early attack stage with the bowlers, because you get a lot of bouncing value. I know they're not super bowlers, but I know a lot of you guys were looking for these regular bowlers or super giants, some stuff that no one uses. But now, if you want to be a bit creative in some certain wars, if you want to show off and say you have like a lot of, I would say skills and stuff, you can use this strategy instead of any other smash, and this works really good on any style of base. This is why I like it. It's not going to be the most overpowered strategy you saw, but it's a certain strategy that me personally I enjoyed doing, especially when dropping around 14 bowlers in the base. It's just so funny to see that. But hopefully you enjoyed the way we smashed through this, ring style base. There are tough ones, I'm not gonna lie, especially with the invisibility. You can see there's like 7 giant bombs in the cores that they are off, but they are the ones that can kill the bowlers easily. But if you have a healing tome on a max level, you can actually have a lot higher chances of getting the bowler staying alive longer. My healing tome is just, I think, level 9, so it's not much. But let's go on to a diamond base and see how I execute this attack. We're here on this very beautiful diamond base. Now this is Gaku's base, guys. He was running it, I think, 5-6 days ago, but it gets all over Twitter and stuff, so people start running it. But the good thing about this base is that it has an invisibility tower behind the town hall. That is tough, which means, guys, you need to either activate it or risk it all for the biscuit. No, I'm joking. You need to activate that invisibility. There is no other way, guys, okay? Now, we're gonna go in again with the zap value in front of the warden. I could have got the single, but I'd rather have the expo, so we have more funnel going around the base and not get pulled back. Now, with this warden walk, you can of course use the wall breakers, which I really don't recommend doing, because you might find skelly traps and then your warden walk will be a lot longer. So don't drop the wall breakers early, not like me, okay? I'm not a smash attacker or a spam attacker, so I just don't know what to do when my warden is walking around the base. Now here, I'm gonna give the whole time for my archers to do the small little funnels that I told you about. Those funnels are the ones that sometimes you could literally lose an entire attack because your king went out. Now you need that king gauntlet inside the base as much as possible, guys. Once the warden taken out the warden tower, I'm gonna start with all the heroes, titan, giants, bowlers. Let's go in and look at the way I'm dropping the log launcher. This is different than some people like to do that, because this log launcher is gonna open the wall that my heroes are going to reach, not the walls that my heroes are already past. So you can see the corner wall. That wall getting open means we have access to enemy queen as well. And then once you see it's open, you can drop that jump spell to the town hall. It's a lot. If you have a max jump spell, you have actually a lot of time, so don't worry about dropping it early. Now this is where I make a mistake, because I dropped the rage really early, where my troops are actually going around the rage for now, but that's when I'm gonna drop the champion, give them back to the core. So I want them to go back to the clan castle with that champion drop and the minion drop, because we can get the cleanups. Now this is where you can see how smashing this army is. Even though the bowlers were behind the king and the giants, they are dead, but we still have the king and the giants. That's how the bowlers work. I don't know, it's a weird thing. That's why maybe no one uses them, but I found this strategy, kind of made it up, and I'm getting the value out of the bowlers early on, and it doesn't matter anymore in Town Hall 16 if they're going to die or any other Town Hall. I mean the Town Hall 16 update, because of the equipments, you can have a lot of value for the back end, and that basically means you're keeping your hero equipment as long as possible and popping them at the end, which it's just insane how it can crush bases left and right. But you are seeing, because of that warden walk, we are actually quite low on time, so this attack is gonna be really close one. I don't actually remember if it tripled because I hit a few attacks after this and I time filled, but watch out for time, guys. This doesn't look like it's going to be a triple, but yeah, the only problem is the time. But hopefully you enjoyed this strategy, learned a few things. Armin link down below in the description. See you soon on the next one. Take care and peace.